Asher, how are you now? Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. You're very welcome to the weekend. We are here for some flyage right on the heels of the MSFS official stream that we did. Hope you all enjoyed it. It was great fun catching up with all the lads and seeing so many familiar and friendly names in the chat. Tonight, friends, pineapple juice is ready to go. It's not pineapple juice. Oh, be God then. Tonight, friends, we are here in the Bahamas. We're going to be taking the DC-6 for a jaunt from places I don't know what they're called. Right. There is a flight plan. Wait, did I do the flight plan? Oh, Jesus, maybe I didn't. We'll have to wait and see. I could have forgotten the flight plan. Yeah, right, I need to fix that. But you're all very welcome in. Happy Friday. We have made it to the weekend. It's currently 15 degrees here in Tipperary. It is 27 degrees in the man cave. Do the maths there, you know. But I do hope everyone is having a great day so far. And yeah, flight plan is on Discord. It is. We'll get up and running here now in a moment. Great to see you, lads. Welcome in. Don't forget your exclamation point check-in and your location. We'll see where everyone is tuning in from this evening. So yes, very exciting. The DC-6 has received a number of updates, and I think those WASM issues that were plaguing us seem to have now gone by the wayside. We'll have to wait and see. How is everyone? Tell me now or forever hold your peace as we get ourselves ready for our flight. Yeah, no intro tonight, lads. It was very quick, wasn't it? Don't get used to that now, you know. Special occasion. We skipped the intro music. It was literally finish the stream, grab me drink, start the next stream. Brilliant. But anyway, who's here? Look, Medic24 Live, you're very welcome aboard. CP is in the house. Super Ty. What's up? Oh, Jesus. It's all happening now. Super Ty, good to see you, buddy. Vacuum is in the house. Viberstrike, good evening. Australia are against America and the Americans are winning. Nice. Let me see here now. Medic24 Live, thank you very much indeed for 9 months. Cheers, buddy. Naughty Gnome is in the house. It won't be too bad. It'll be late-ish. Mrs. TPHI, you're very welcome in, Mrs. Ups to down, as always. Sumner is here. Willow, how much? Happy Friday. Malky is in the chat. Yuval, good evening to you. Muse fan, yous mad jokes is. Man Muse, hope you're well, buddy. Let's have a look. Spitfire, Oriev, 100 is here in the chat. Cyrus T, the man of teal, has rambled in. Happy Friday to you, bud. Hope you're well. Febro is here. Good evening. Rob Dag, hello to Gorey and County Wexford. Homewrecker, he's back. Finally, we've missed you. The place hasn't been the same without you. Thank you very much indeed for 4 months, buddy. At tier 3, the mad lad. Thank you very, very much. Great to see you. Who else is here? Look. Captain Donut, good evening. SoCal Jerry. Asher, how are you, Jerry? What's happening, man? The Boise is here. Can't talk. Up the north of the country. Visiting me brother and 7 Guinnesses deep. The Boise, that sounds like an amazing time. Right? Brilliant. Now, let's have a look. The Impossible Face, happy Friday. Spent 3 hours swearing at the big metal cube with fans. But now I have my 16-core 5900 XT installed. Haven't fired the sim up yet because now I need to eat. Ooh, happy new machinery. Jazz Master, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Viper, thank you very much indeed for 165 streams. Cheers, bud. Who else come in the door now? Mac Manser is here. Proby Pete, good day. Murph, be sure to try the Autoland and the DC-6. Right. Andy 11, welcome aboard. Who else come in here now? Anthony V. Kiauda. Hope all is well. Out here in the suburbs is out there in the suburbs. Happy Friday to you, buddy. Hope you're well. Who else come in the door? Bijani then. DeRouter, good evening. Michaela is here. Linny Bobbins, 'tis yourself. You're very welcome in. Piku, good evening. Whack-A-Mo is here. Check-in Bathurst, New Brunswick. Ooh, Jesus. Baby. There's buttons being pressed. Homewrecker, you absolute mad fella. He just gifted 5 tier 1 subs to the community here on Twitch. Lads, if you got a tier 1 sub, thanks to Homewrecker, do be sure to say thank you. The man is a legend. And he's from Cork. Who'd have known? You're very welcome in, and thank you very much indeed. Flyer10, good evening to you. Zith is in the chat. Steve, welcome aboard from Chicago. Welcome aboard, buddy. Hope you're well. Who else? The dog is in a heap on the floor with the heat. I don't know what it is. Like, it's not terribly warm down my neck of the woods. What's it like in Dublin? Where's this now? You have Thunder against the Super Tie. Oh, Jesus. Now, let's have a look. The Dame Iranian, a very good evening to you. Bio Games is here. Welcome aboard. Who else now? Piku, good evening. DGS is here. Illicit Major, welcome aboard. Toto, 24.95. Hello to you and to Mrs. Toto. Happy Friday, guys. I'm Pierce, welcome in. Kirog is here. Flyer 10, 37 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, bud. Good to see you. Who else? Jeff Faviano is in the chat. Good to see you, man. Hope you're well. We eventually got today here on time, you know, eventually. But Jeff, so nice catching up with you over at Expo, mate. And thank you for the Mick Ultra. Jeff, fantastic, right? And also the Kona, the Hawaiian beer. We drank a lot of beer. It was lovely. But great seeing you, bud. Who else now? Stick Figure, welcome in. Noel K, good evening. Yeah, the route is there. We're grand. CTD is lurking around the corner, says Febro. Oh, Janie Mac. Flying tonight had 3 CTDs. Jesus. Who else is here? Visualize, welcome aboard. Uniform Goose, good evening. APU Inspector, thank you very much indeed for 250 streams. You absolute mad ticket. Now, who else is here? Jalagod, good evening. Bellbro, you're welcome aboard. Commander Balosh, you're very welcome in. Hayden UK, good evening, young man. Hope all is well. You're looking particularly gentleman this evening. Yeah, right, brilliant. Paparazzi, you're welcome in. Retriever Neil is here. London Controller, Jamie. He says, great stream on the channel tonight, mate. Really enjoyed it. Thanks a million. Jamie, hope you're feeling better as well, bud. I heard you dealing with an issue. When things like that happen, I tend to drown it with pineapple. It's actually ginger ale and gin. I'm onto something here, you know. It tastes like more. What does it taste like? More. But I hope you're well, buddy, and appreciate you here. Homeworker then in with the 5 subs, you legend. Illicit Major, been a while since I caught a live stream on a Friday. Work is getting in the way of me simming. Grrr, he said. You know, we said. Whack-a-mo, good evening. Mr. Dan, welcome aboard. Nighthawk is in the chat. Dougal McTavish, the chairman. I hope you're well, Dougal. Lurking only tonight. Dougal, this is our second DC-6 stream. But it's okay. The route is saved. And, well, once you're up for some flying, I recommend you go do it. It looks very nice. Daddy Plump, good evening. Billy is here. Welcome aboard. Sir Campsalot, my dude from Newcastle. Welcome in, man. Energizer's here. Evening all, and happy midsummer to any other Swede out there. Ooh. Jay Winnicker's in the house. Evening, sir. Here and lurking, working on some sim issues. Jay Winnicker, I hope you're well, bud, and sure, let us know if we can help. Jefferson 2001, the man, the myth, the legend, has rambled in with news of the realm. He says, how are you? Good to see you, Jep, and you're very welcome in. One Foxy Bingo, Gav, good to see you. Mrs. TPHI with the gifted tier 1 sub to visualise. Mrs. TPHI, thank you very, very much indeed. Old Veteran is here. He said there was a lot of Kona going through, as was some Guinness. Indeed, indeed. Flying Trits, a very good evening. YOLO is here. Welcome aboard. Who else come into the parish now? Jesus, busy. Apid is here. No, wait. Applied is here. How does one say that name? APLD. Appalled? Apid? Welcome in. One Fly Air, happy Friday. I'm trying your Tato and I put them in the bottom of the fridge overnight. The best Tato I'm having ever won. You've ever tried it? Listen, I told you you need to do that with the Tato. I told you, right? Thanks, Malky, for that. Yeah, your sound, Murphy with a sheep. Now, Angry B is here. Good evening. Olsen is in the chat. You're very welcome aboard. Now, let's have a look over here. We're doing this very fast. I'm trying to do this so you feel like we haven't missed anything. Yeah, right. But I'll still talk my usual amount of niceties. You know, I use that word rather than saying what I was going to say, which starts with ball and ends with Icarus is here, good evening. Ernie, welcome aboard. Joseph Jolly, welcome in. Roll Tide is here. Mr. Anderson himself has checked in from the basement. Northland Air, a very happy Friday. PDX Tundra, welcome aboard. Shamrock Minimums, good to see you, buddy. Who else? Bob, welcome aboard. Daring Daz is here. Gooby Montana, you're very welcome in. Now, let me see. Bedrock, good evening. JB Aviation is here. I wish they made an Irish Coast Guard helicopter. They kind of have, and there kind of is, but we don't have anything terribly modern. The Alouette is there, a Dauphin is on the way, and I suppose the 145, but yeah, we're looking for an Augusta Westland. Isn't that it? A 189? They're the ones. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, yes, it's all go now, lads. All go. We have some sounds going here as well. Right, well, we get into it and start up this machine here, and let's start our flight. I've been looking forward to this flight for a couple of days now. So I'll do one of these, and then one of those, and bring over me tasty beverage. I polished me tables today. I had the wood polish out, lads. You'd been very proud. You know, the place is looking absolutely gorgeous. Let's have a look now. Murph is my Say Intentions co-pilot. I'm listening to one talk over the other. Right? Yeah, sorry about that. Right? Is the DC-6 finally out on Marketplace? Not yet, Ducks. Soon. I would say soon. No old tonight, Murph. You're just a legend. Thank you very much indeed. Willow, how much? Good to see you. I can't get to the tabletop to polish it. Right? Brilliant. Ginger, Ale and Gin. It's a fantastic home wrecker. Absolutely fantastic. Murph, you might need to update the bot for tonight's route. I thought they were okay. No? Are they not okay? Hang on, we'll check them. We'll do a thing with the yoke with the thing. Stand fast. Ooh. And let's have a look. Brain is welcome in. Happy Friday. Thank you for the follow. Balls. Right, hang on. I need to fix that. Where's this now? Ah, yes. We're also going to be flying tonight with Say Intentions on Groupie, in which you guys, if you have Say Intentions, you will be most welcome to join along. So our route, which I'm just putting into the channel here now, bear with. Okay, exclamation point route will give you the route. We'll go ahead and bring it up here on Navigraph just to give you an idea. Does your Navigraph make that sound? Weird, right? Now, let's have a look. So we're on the ground here down at a place called Spring Point, which is here in the Bahamas. And basically, we're just going to be overflying a number of these different airports, low altitude. And our first stop of the night, lads, we're going to be landing at Black Point. Mike Yankee Echo Bravo. That's our first stop. Then we continue on up, again passing more airports until we get to our final destination up at Nassau for a full stop landing. That is the state of the nation. That is what we're doing. All right. So that's our flight plan. Exclamation point route will give you the route. And we have one scheduled full stop landing. Right. Now we're going to fire up some Say Intentions because we will be using Groupie. And I'll press some buttons over here while that's loading. Yes. Yes. I like what you did here. Yes. And let's have a look. Island hopping. Get in there now. Ding. So this is us. This is what we're doing. And, well, we can see our live participants who are all there. All right, great to see. And this is all of us here on the map. So when we're starting off, we're going to be flying over these along the way, right? This is a multiplayer flight. Yes, we're going to be on the Southeast Asian server, if you'd like to take part. All right, so that's where we're going. I suppose we can fire up Winglink for those who like to use Winglink. Where has it gone from? Do I have a multiplayer? I do. So we're going to fire up Winglink. Let me see. I'm going to create a group. We're going to load our flight plan, which is here. Lovely. Continue. What's I not liking? Yes. Okay, that's not working. 7 waypoints have been added. Yes. Continue. Okay, that's weird. Can someone else be the leader and I'll join? TTM. Join. Connecting to group. Let's see what happens. No response. Check the code and try again. Am I on the wrong version? Create a group. TTM. Load plan. Yes. Group code. Yes. Okay, that's shagged. We'll have to talk to Kanzui to see if we can get it up and running. Yeah, what can we do? Right, Say Intentions is up and running. We're going to go to our group frequency, which is 123.45. And as I said, here we are with the mighty DC-6. I'm also using this new weather engine, Strata Weather. Been using this for the last couple of days, and I've been quite impressed by it. I'm on the beta of it now, so there's a beta release, and the cloud transitioning, which is still not ideal. I think it's getting better. right? So we're going to give this a blast. The DC-6, our livery was updated by Cyrus T, which is tremendous to see. And also, as I said, PMDG have been working on updates for this aircraft over the last couple of days. This is probably the most iconic airplane, I think, in the sim. I love it. I adore it. It's very much our community flagship, right? And for those of you who don't yet own the DC-6, it's highly recommended. It is one of the highest recommended aircraft in the sim from Murph, right? Jeez, look at all the people we have. So there's going to be a new trailer dropping this Sunday. I was recording it earlier on. We have a new Monday night series starting this very Monday, and I'm going to be flying the DC-6 for the duration of this Monday night series. You don't have to if you don't want to. But if you're thinking about investing into the DC-6, now is the time to pick it up, because, well, I'm going to be flying this for the next couple of weeks every Monday. But it doesn't mean you have to fly it. You can choose any aircraft you like for our upcoming Monday night series. I'll have a trailer out on Sunday. A fair amount of planning has gone into this one, and it should be a bit of fun. PQ, yes, I'm also using Skytrails. Powered by Parallel 42. It does look very, very nice indeed. So I think we're pretty much up and ready to go. But yes, DC-6 is just plain sexy. I agree. It's very, very fancy indeed. So we're going to get ourselves up and running here now. Into the cockpit we go. Let it all load up. Double check that our instruments are not wasmed out. And we have our cabin exit and stairs. We're going to close these guys. We get our aircraft sounds up. It's all looking good. And we are going to close that front cabin. And quick check on the rear panel. This is at the very back of the aircraft. We're looking here for any of the circuit breakers which might be in the down position. That looks good to me. So to get ourselves started off, we're going to first remove the control lock. We're going to double check that our fuel dump controls are all off, which they are. And close that. What else? That guy stays in the down position. We have mixture switches and all the jazz. We'll get into them in a moment. We're now going to open our fuel valves, put these onto the main fuel tanks. That's what we're being powered with. Our prop lever goes full. All right. We have crossfeed tanks just here. We're not going to worry about those. We're just going to open the throttle and close it, make sure we've nothing restricted. Give our flight controls a little bit of a movement. They're very stiff. There's no hydraulic power going through the aircraft yet. So we're going to come up to our overhead, and this is where we're going to start powering up this machine. Now, we are connected to ground power, so we're going to tell the aircraft we want to be on ground power and turn on the battery. And while we're here, we'll put on our inverters and our engine instruments. They're all coming up. No smoking, seatbelts, entrance lights, our main junction box, position light, beacon, they can all be turned on. Wing lights on as well for the crack. Make sure that our props are unfeathered. That's all grand. Auxiliary blower we don't need yet. We will be starting engine number 3 first. So we're going to go engine selector to number 3. We're going to come down the road here. We're going to open up the mixture to auto rich for engine 3, right? And then from here, mags come on. Booster pump comes on. Booster pump into the low position. And we're going to engage the starter.
3.
We have some soundage.
6. 9.
Prime and then boost.
12.
Looking at the right hand side, there's spinach. Quick check here, manifold pressure. We have oil pressure and temperature. Everything's starting to come up a little bit. That is exactly what we want. Actually, I need to adjust that little camera. Bear with. So that's a good start on engine 3. We'll then do 4, then we'll do 1, and then we'll do engine 2. So let's have a look. Reset this guy and reset this guy, because it's just ever so slightly off. So there's zoom in, there's zoom out. I don't know what this one does. That looks at me legs, look, Jesus. Right, how do we adjust this? Alright, easy now, Murph. As we can show this camera off just a little bit better so you can see the controls on the vertical stream. There we go. Right, that's all lovely hurdling. So, engine 3 is good. Mounting back up here to our overhead. We're going to put on generator for number 3. Off the booster pump. Now we're going to start powering up number 4. So we're going to go mags to number 4. Back down here, we're going to get our mixture turned on. And now we repeat the process. Blue skies, Vruden, good to see you, buddy.
6.
The link 2s are so good.
9.
So good.
12.
Yeah, I need to set them up with the stream deck, Fox. Tail flaps need to be open here as well. That's a good start on number 4. Next is going to be engine 1. Repeat the process. There's a Boeing acting like the maggot. So let me see. Generator for number 4 comes online. We're going to go booster pumps now for engine 1. Mags coming on for engine 1. And we'll go engine selector number 1 and engage the starter.
3.
We have spinach.
6. 9. 12.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Now, Mr. TPHI did show me there's a new mod available over on flightsim.to. It actually adds in a whole load of, whatchamacallit, it adds in a whole load of smoke effects, which really this aircraft should have, but they just didn't put it in yet. But, you know, we'll see how we get on. Why not start all the engines at once? It's just not able to do it. Not a hope. She wouldn't be, the starter motor can't engage. So a lot of the modern aircraft you can do 2 to 3 engines, even 4 engines. These older birds, not a hope. Do you know? Alright, so we're going to go now with engine 2. Easy now. We're going to go engine selector number 2. Booster pumps are live and we'll go for start.
3. 6. 9.
And the boost.
12.
Here's a spin. Just bought the DC-6. Don't worry, Dan. As I said, coming Monday, we'll be going into a lot more detail. Alright, that's a good start on all 4 engines. Generators are now all online. We'll turn off any of our booster pumps. Engine select switch goes to off. The boost and prime will automatically disconnect. We're going to leave all of our mag switches to both. So each engine has 2 mags for redundancy. Now, as we come down lower onto the panel, this is where we're going to turn on our static and pitot heaters. Static vent, we don't need the heaters on for this. It's very warm, we're in the Bahamas. Moving across left hand side, this is all to do with like carburetor heating and all this. We don't need it just yet. We will, however, need some avionics, so we'll turn these guys on. Now, if you encounter a bug that you can't get off this screen, come down into your gadget and you'll have to just go into options, turn it off, turn it back on again, and this should fix it. There we go. That's all grand. Lights come on. And we also need to extend our flaps. We go flaps 20. There she be. Everything's looking good over here. We do have the autopilot, or in this case a gyro pilot. That's a master switch. We need to have that turned on and then we activate our autopilot, but we'll worry about that later. So the aircraft is now running. We're going to go from ground power to plane power, and that will disengage the ground power unit. All we have to do now is disconnect it. Alright. And we'll go on to the engine stress page. This is where we're going to be watching things after takeoff for the likes of oil temperature, pressure and all the jazz. Now we're going to reset our barrow, reset our directional gyro. Quick check down here. Everything's looking good. And we'll do a quick blast over the radio to let folks know what we're doing. What's the name of this airport? Spring Point, Firefly 235, DC-6. We're going to be lining up for a departure. We're going to be heading out onto runway 13. Traffic. Right. So that's us telling them. And that's us fully connected. I think we're looking good. We're going to come off the parking brake. She'll roll a little bit. And we'll just test the brakes here as well. A little bit of the left, a little bit on the right. I'll just let it roll out. Man, what a sight to behold. Isn't this gorgeous, look? Absolutely gorgeous. What a machine. You have to head out for 20 minutes. Can you pause it there, Murph? I will, Muse. I'll pause it until you come back to us. How's that? Jesus, the brakes. I think they need to edit the sounds of the brakes as well. They're a little bit kind of loud, aren't they? Sunjammer, thank you for 20 in a row, buddy. Alright, we've got tons of traffic here. Model matching is doing model matching things, but look, we'll see how it goes. Look at that beautiful DC-3. Who's in that? Fizzy Dread. You've the absolute right idea. This like the AC that was in Indiana Jones. It's not unlike it. Home record, it might seem very overwhelming. There's a bit of an entry curve into learning it, but I promise you, this is one of the most enjoyable aircraft in the sim. It is a machine. And it's beautiful, and it's gorgeous, and I want one in my real life. So we'll... oh, we got a C-160 with us, look. We're going to... we'll backtrack a little bit here. Now, we do have some options when it comes to selecting our takeoff power. We can use what's called water injection. Angry Bee, can someone explain to me how an Expert Series aircraft such as the ATR was never tested in friggin' multiplayer because their pilots are up on top? Mad, isn't it? Just got back to our holiday home. Eamon, good to see you, bud. Okay, we're just going to line up here. Roll and attitude. It'll actually follow full autopilot, but in terms of the controls you have, yeah. Pretty much. Right, what we're going to do here now.
On runway 13 remaining. 4,700 feet.
We have 41 pilots after checking in from 39 cities and 13 countries already. Lads, that is absolutely incredible. Thank you so very much indeed for joining us tonight, and the location of you lot around the globe. This is live. So when you put in exclamation point check in space your location, it'll be highlighted on the map of where you currently are. Australia, New Zealand, away into Europe. We got someone in Iceland, across North America with Canada and the United States. Absolutely deadly, isn't it? Absolutely deadly. So great to see so many people dialed in. So it's exclamation point check in, all one word, space, and then your location. We've more now, look. That updates. You can go in and see where the pilots are. If you're not sure who they are, you can go in and click on them.
I have Ted. I've been drinking like a mad Egypt.
Isn't that deadly, isn't it? Right, so let's have a quick look before we go here. Landing lights are on, flaps are set, engine is looking good. We're going to bring our manifold pressure up to 30 inches of pressure. And you notice how everything on the screen, it stops shaking around the place. Absolutely deadly. Okay, so we're going to advance our power. 54 inches of mercury, off the brake. Let's start rolling. And before we know it, it's starting to move. Not, you know, I'm telling you, lad, it's a record. Now, you don't fly these like a conventional airliner. They don't like a steep ascend, right? So it's nose up, gain a little bit of altitude, nose back down, pick up your speed. All right? So there's 100 knots, small bit of pressure leaning back onto our yoke. We'll go external. Oh, heck yeah. Landing gear coming up. And as our speed is climbing, this is where we can start making adjustments. So we'll come up to 15 flaps. We're coming up on 130 knots. Now we're looking good. Okay, so just adjust our trim here as we're doing it. Also, what's vital for this aircraft, we need to adjust the propeller pitch to get more speed. So I'm going to ease off our manifold pressure just a little bit, but my RPM for the prop, we're going to bring this back to about 2,500 just for the moment, and then you'll see that speed start really climbing. This is a very powerful airplane. So as we're heading out over the waterways here, we're going to start making a left-hand turn, and we also want to adjust our cowl flaps. They add a bit of drag to the equation, as does our landing lights. Go ahead and remove those, pop them back in, and just watch our rate of climb here. 2,000 feet a minute, not ideal. If you keep this thing at about 1,500 feet, you should be able to pick up a little bit of speed during the climb as well. Alright, a little bit more aggressive on our turn. Here's our turn. Oh, look at this. Look at this. All right, so we're circling around here. Quick check outside our left. Oh, look at the water, look. Jesus. Flying tonight. Are you enjoying it? That's all I have. For the rest of the night, I'm just going to be talking absolute scutter. Right, let's have a look. As I said, we're going to watch that rate of climb. We're going to come up this side of the island. But before we do that, I'm just going to circle around the airport, give everyone the chance to get airborne. Alright? And we'll keep an eye on our speed and our power. Now, it's important here, we need to keep an eye on our engine. So we can see our carb temperature is quite low. We have carb air. So what we need to do here is to try and bring these needles into the green. These bottom two, that's our carb air. So let's just pick a spot. Yeah, we're looking okay. And we're going to bring these guys up a little. That's going to get some extra heat on them. That'll do her. Let's go in and inspect. They're starting to go into the green. Make sure they don't go into the red. That might be a little bit too high, especially on the left. So quick glance outside the window once again. A little bit on the hot side. Now we'll go to 30 inches. We'll go to about 24. Keep the nose down. About 3,000 feet is going to be enough. You know what I mean? Alright, carb temperature is off the charts. We need to bring you down a bit now. Roughly there will do, I'd say. Something like that. They're still hot. Watch the turn. Little adjustments as we go. There's the airfield. Alright, they're starting to come back down. Quick glance. So everything's happy except for our oil pressure. And the reason why we're watching this, you can turn off all the damage, but you'll damage the engine, so you got to be careful. So oil pressure isn't too happy about life at the moment. I reckon we're okay. Right? Cylinder head temperature now reading cold. That's our cowl flaps. Pop you into cruise. And they're starting to come right now, look. That's how we want the aircraft to be. Right, first pass over the airfield. What we'll do now, lads, if you are flying along with us, if you're on the PlayStation or indeed Xbox, do be sure to press number 1. If you're on the PC, it's number 2. If you're flying along with Say Intentions, it's number 3. And for everyone else who's just joined us, well, it's number 4 because it's Friday and we're absolutely delighted with life. Hello, Fireflies. Welcome to the Flying Circus. We live stream Monday to Friday, 1900 Zulu time, right here. Your railroader, welcome aboard. All right. So, let me see. Happy to be back on the flight deck. You're more than welcome back. Super Ty, thank you for that. 21 on PC. We got 2 with Say Intentions, 2 on the console. All right. So, what we want to do here, I want to get my altitude down to about 3,000 feet because, well, I'm sure if you look out your windows, like we flew over here at altitude last night and it was gorgeous, man. It was absolutely savage. So, tonight, we want to get down a good bit lower. Now, we're going to be overflying a couple of airports along the way, right? But we will have a couple of landings to do as well. Keep an eye on our speed here. Now, we're descending, so our speed is looking high right now, but it'll calm itself down, right? So, we're going to engage that autopilot shortly. I want to get us down to 3,000 feet, then we're going to lock everything in. So, we're going to come down and we're going to say autopilot gyro on, master switch on, and then at 3,000 feet, we'll add a bit of trimmage. Come on, Betsy. Just get our altitude up. Yep, you divil it. Yep, you divil it. We want to lock this in at about 3,000 feet. So we're after dropping down to about 2.5, which to be honest isn't too bad considering the weather outside, right? We'll stay underneath this cloud. So let me see. We're going to go gyro on. Master switch off. Gyro on. Lock. Altitude hold. Stick it on localizer. We should have heading mode now, which I can control from me little what's-it, and that's us. We're going to hold about 2,500 feet. Speed has dropped down a little bit. Engine is okay. Cylinder head temperature on number 4 is a little bit low. We'll fix that momentarily. So we're going to ease off the manifold pressure just a little bit, just for speed, and we'll counter that by bringing our RPM back to about 2,200-ish. And every time you make an adjustment with the prop or indeed with the throttle, we need to come back in here to our engine stress visualizer, right? Just checking in after framing the lanyard back to the wall. You're back in the wheel. You're back in the wheel. He framed the lanyard and he's now back in the wheel. Stu Snape, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday, man. Hope you're well. So where we're flying, here we go. We're just going to come up to the north of this island and then hang a left. And we're overflying MYCI, that airport just here, also known as Crooked Colonel Hill, would you believe, right? So that's our first kind of waypoint along the way. And as I said, our speed will drop down a little bit. DC-6, these aircraft can really move. I'm hoping everyone's performance is now okay-ish, right? Beautiful aircraft flying with us. So we have Visualize, M8 Fan, Speedy Pro, Mrs. GPHI, who's upside down, Jeff Fabiano approaching us in another DC-6. Yes! Look at the absolute state of that. Brilliant. We have A. Corey is there, Angels 1-5. We have Olsen, Angry B, Willow How Much, Toto, Steve C is with us, Agotai is with us, and many, many more. We see Goose and Febro is with us. Dr. Notham in a Red Arrow Hawk. Very nice. Scott just did a thing. What did you do? Spawn, thank you very much indeed for the follow. And as we're flying along here, we can change our camera perspective. And look at this, lads. Look at this for scenery. Isn't this incredible? Hello. Kevin, you're very welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Look at this scenery, look. I mean, we were flying over this last night at like flight level 450, and you're looking down going, wow, at this altitude? Incredible. Old Veteran just went ahead to pick up the AB6 and the MTQ. Be the Janie. Scott, you will be the envy of all in the parish. Let me know when it arrives, and we can jump on a Discord call to get her up and running. You could land down there. You absolutely could. There goes Jeff, a little bit lower than us. He's probably about 500 feet below us. And we're going to start spinning to the left here now, just to kind of handrail the coast as we go along. Man, this is beautiful. Live time and live weather. It's beautiful. Viper says the highest point in the Bahamas is Mount Alvernia, 207 feet above sea level. Ooh. So left-hand turn coming in. Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! I think the water masking that they've done here, nothing short of spectacular. Oh, mound. It's a mound. Yes. Jeff, that's so cool. I don't know if you're actually in that livery, but my sim says you are, and we're forever going to remember this moment. Jeff's probably in a different livery, but, you know, he's in our one now. Now we'll do a ridiculous flyby. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, lads? Absolutely gorgeous. Guess I need to schedule the PC guy to come out and repopulate all my PC stuff into the new case. I guess I'm going to have to actually clean up the office. Uh-oh. Scott, you poor old Devlin, you. Alright. As we're cruising along into tunage. That'll do it. To our viewers over on YouTube, if you'd like to hear the music, come on over to Twitch for a minute. I hope you enjoy it. Did I mention it's Friday? Ah, jeez. Brilliant! Alright, things are calming down a bit. So we are cruising along, 2,500 feet, about 195 knots. Nighthawk is in that gorgeous beach starship. Look at that, lads. Man, look at the state of that view. Screenshots be Garrett. Look at that texturing, the scenery. Man, that's a view. Beautiful. Captain Ray is here. Good evening. We're low and we're fast. Absolutely. So yeah, our new Monday night series starts on Monday. I have to do a trailer for it. I've recorded all my footage, which is good. But as I say, if you're on the fence about the DC-6, we'll be flying the DC-6, but you guys can fly whatever you like. So we're about to overfly our first waypoint, just up the road here. We're going to continue flying, island hopping in style. I am a Scotsman is here. Happy Friday, buddy. Hope you're well. So if you're watching on the vertical stream, if you're on Twitch, or indeed on YouTube, we have a vertical stream, so you'll see the camera a little bit differently. Does it work on this? That used to work. It's not working now. None of them buttons work now. I'm after breaking it. But anyway, effectively what we have, I have an iPad here right in front of me with Navigraph. On my flight controls, we've got a Virpil throttle and stick and buttons. We have the wing control gear. The MOSA gear is over there. I need to be checking that stuff out very, very soon because absolutely mad stuff has arrived at Murph Manor. Murph, would you consider playing sensational Alex Harvey band Faith Healer? No, I won't. Stu Snape has pressed buttons at an alarming rate. Jesus! Stu Snape, 10 gifted tier 1 subs gone into the chat. The man is a legend. Stu, thank you very much indeed. Lads, if you got a tier 1 sub, but thanks to the legend that is Stu Snape. Do be sure to say thank you. You're very much back in the will. Back in the will. It's coming home. What do you mean it's coming home? It was never there in the first place, Viper. Go way out of that garden, will you? Zybot, good to see you. Shutter Pilot says, just took the DC-6 up for a test run a few days ago. Forgot how much I love this old plane. This is the quintessential old girl. It's gorgeous. Jeez. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Look at you lot. Beautiful. Watching this is reminding me of when I lived in Birmingham under one of the 5 approaches. We used to get the occasional Air Atlantique DC-6s coming in. Jesus, there's more of it. Filthy Filthy pressed the button, look, and he's now famous. 5 gifted tier 1 subs going out to the community. Thank you very, very much indeed, Filthy. Lads, if you got a tier 1 sub, do be sure to say thank you to Filthy2214. Katie Pilot's here. Good to see you, missus. Who are you calling an old girl? The DC-6. You know what I mean? I mean, she's doing well from the born of the 1940s, you know? Brilliant. Hope you're well, missus. Hope you got home okay.
Allow myself to introduce
Thanks, God.
myself.
Like a fine wine, indeed. I wish there was a DC-6 for X-Plane 12. So PMDG actually released the DC-6 on X-Plane 11. But it didn't make any of the updates. They were like, nah, I can't do that. You know what I mean? Which is unfortunate, but I get it. I mean, they probably just don't have the same kind of market saturation there. What can you do? Cool machine, though. As I say, this is by far one of my favourite airplanes to fly. There's just something about the DC-6. You know what I mean? And this livery especially, I love this livery. If you've never flown it, this is an experience. It really is.
Can I get a refund?
No, you can shag off refunds. Like, this was the way to travel. Plus, they had a big falling out with Austin, did they? I can imagine now there wouldn't be much room in that room of egos between friggin' Robert and Austin. Jesus! Buttons! Sound the alarm! AZ Blue Line, you absolute mad thingy. He just, look what he did! Started a hype train with 10 gifted tier 1 subs going out to the community here on Twitch. AZ Blue Line, you absolute mad fella. Mad lads, the lot of them indeed. Lads, if you got a tier 1 sub with thanks to AZ Blue Line, do be sure to say thank you to the legend that is AZ Blue Line. Need to get like the famous wall clock name. Wall clock? You know what I mean? The wall. We should have the wall of many things. Well, Jesus. Jesus, there's more of it. Sit in your hands. What's happening? There's all sorts of things happening. It's also very loud in here now. What was that? Jeff Faviano. Jesus. Jeff Faviano in with 10 gifted tier 1 subs to the community. Lads, would you get away out of that, Eileen? It was Eileen. Lads, if you got a tier 1 sub with thanks to the legend of Jeff Faviano, do be sure to say thank you. That's incredible support, buddy. Thank you very, very much indeed. Jeff, the reason for many a headache, but in a good way, because we stayed up late drinking beer. Now, I'm not being rude flying in front of Merv. Wait, your frame rates are suffering if I stay close to the group. 98 Vulcan, don't you worry at all. It's a group flight, lads. We try and do what we want, how we want, when we want. Unless you're Muse fan. And I'm only saying that because he's not here to defend himself. Brilliant. Hey, Zappel, good to see you. My AFE won't give me the throttle, so I said I'll go descent mode. Brilliant. So, I forgot to mention that. So if you are new to the DC-6 and you find it overwhelming, or you just want to learn it before you break it, it has the the artificial flight engineer. And you can select whatever system or stage of flight that you want the engineer to look after. So they just do it in the background, man. You don't need to worry about it. And that's built into this product. And I'd like to say, I'm a seasoned veteran with this plane. I only learned recently there was a friggin' reverse. I didn't know there was reverse. That's like the big red handle. Don't touch the big red handle, Murph. Right. What a rookie mistake. Do you know? People are pressing buttons. Grand. Many buttons are being pressed. They started a hype train in Everton. Mad bunch of lads. Mad as badgers, you know. But yeah. So speed, we're looking good. About 190. There are several red handles and such to push and pull. 100%. There is. So like we got... Alright. So for your navigation around the aircraft, you have your upper overhead. This is where our water injection pumps are. We'll go through them later. You have your main kind of electrical panel and engine start panel, including some lights. As you come down, you have all of your engine instruments, fuel quantity, anti-ice, DC meters, amp meters, water, hydraulics. Basically, this is showing you all the status of the aircraft, right? You also have your pitot static heater and also your pitot and scoop heater. That's where you turn them on and off. Moving a little bit down, this is where we're going to be looking at our external lights, landing lights. We have our cowl flaps, engine supercharger if you want to use them, right? And then we have an ADF, our comm nav radios, and we have a GPS fitted here as well. The GPS is optional. It's optional, right? Foxfly, anything new in the 2024 version? No. They didn't add features. They did a couple of fixes under the hood. But yeah, no, nothing major in terms of fixes. Or fixes? Features. You know. But we hope we'll see more. Supercharger works the very same it would in most supercharged or turbocharged engines. Right? Whack-a-mole, legendary stuff. El Palito. Did I mention it's Friday? Right, do you know? Oh, be Janie then. We got the tunes. We have all the things with the stuff. Ooh. Good music choice, you better believe it. What's a scoop heater? So the scoop heater is a way to heat the air coming in. It's like ram air. It's a way to heat the air coming in because they use that as part of the pressurization. The older aircraft, they use what's called scoop heaters. Sorry, they use scoops and that'd be for heating. Oh, sorry, you can heat the air coming in. Older aircraft have it. Very old aircraft have it. I was reading up, you know that do you know the Red Bull DC-6 that they saved? Seemingly that had a lot of airworthiness issues because of the scoops. There's the hole in the plane, like, you know. MuseFan has returned. He says you can resume the stream now. We shall resume it. We'll resume it. Not just for the engines. Hang on. Can I get information about this? All right, here we go. Pitot tube and air scoop anti-icing. Okay, so the pilot heads, the pitot heads, the cabin after cooler air scoop and splitter, the airfoil heater air scoop. So this is telling us it helps with the anti-ice and also cabin heating. So, airfoil thermal anti-icing system. The leading edge of the wing and stabilizers are kept ice-free by internal combustion heaters, which receive their normal fuel supply from the number 3 main fuel tank, or their emergency fuel supply from the number 2 main fuel tank. The system is controlled by a group of switches on the heater control panel. In flight, the heaters are supplied with ventilating air and combustion air from the air scoops. During heater ground operation, the wing heaters are supplied by a combination of ram air for ventilation from number 2 and number 4 engine props, and air for combustion from the ground blowers. Now, this manual, which is PMDG, like, they do a lot of manuals with this. You will learn an awful lot just by reading their manual. They go into savage detail. But yeah, that's what the machine does. Medic says, Merv, do you have a Flow Pro setup vid? I just bought it and I'm lost. There is one over on the channel on YouTube, Medic, if you want to check it out. But yeah, if someone wants a deep dive into how to get Flow up and running, I'm used to what I have with flows. So for example, we got our dashboard. I can edit the time of day. GTN 750. We got our position map. Say intentions have their own widget. There we are there, right? We have Try Sim GFX. I just put that in there. GSX is in there. We got some controls, and just as we move to different pages of the wheel, this is where I can access things quickly without having to go into the top menu. So let's add one to it, right? For the weather engine, right? So something I don't use a lot here. See this position? I'm going to click and hold this. I'm going to remove position, and instead I want to populate this with strata weather. So I'm going to type in strata, and I'm just going to drag this guy across, let him in, exit the editor, right? And now if I open up strata, I can open up the strata weather app. So rather than having to go up here to grab it, I can do it directly from inside Flow Pro. That's how we do, lads. That's how we do. Got a new update for Flow today. Is there an update? I haven't seen it yet. What would we do without Murph? You'd have more hair, more money, and probably just more. Right, little left turn coming in. Our next waypoint, MYLD. That's Mike Yankee Lima Delta. This is called Dead Man's Key. We're flying over Dead Man's Key. How cool is this? Hey, Sprockets, good to see you, bud. Definitely more money. Sorry, Scott. Right, how's our engine stress visualizer doing? We're doing good, lads. Like, there's a couple of things that don't work in this plane. I'd love to see them modelled and working, but hey, what can we do about it? You know what I mean? Now we're still a little bit high on engine 1. See that? So we're going to lower him down a bit. Bring him down 2. It'll take a moment, but that will drop down a bit. Yeah, you wouldn't have anyone taking the mick out of me with small... I don't have small hands.
Hello there.
PN, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Welcome aboard. Like, this whole chain of islands in the Bahamas, this is like a playground if you want to be doing just different kind of missions even, or flights. Take your caravan out here. DC-6 is probably overkill, but like, do you know, when you can see this sort of scenery, there's Cyrus, big up. This sort of scenery, how good the water masking is, and because you're away from like heavy cities and photogrammetry, you should get better performance out here as well. It's always great to see. Caravan Kodiak, yeah. Great for cargo missions, like it's class. And like, we're a good shot off the coast, right? We got Cuba out to our left hand side, and then we're kind of coming back up towards approaching Florida. But we're a good bit out. If you ever watched Steve of One Knievo, he used to fly out to the Bahamas quite a lot. Absolutely cool looking. No, Malky, not yet. I need to start flying the one out of Fort Lauderdale. Man alive. Mr. TPHI in her normal habitat. Oh, Jesus. Of being upside down. Model matching's on point tonight. She's in a VL something. Stop by MYAP. Oh, fly over your house. Where's MYEF? You're living out here, little sack. No way. Murph, was I actually flying on the official stream? I was. Oh, look at the detail, look. And again, like, you turn on, like, real world weather, like, you just don't know what's going to happen out here. Hurricanes, cyclones, mad stuff. Mr. TPHI, happy Friday to you, buddy. Hope you're well. I hope you had a great day. Welcome to the weekend, man. Now, how are we looking? We're looking good. Also, lads, if you'd like to jump into any of our voice channels, the lads are in the gaming voice channel tonight. If you want to jump in and give some abuse to Muse Fan or to Cyrus, or indeed Old Veteran, feel free to join any of our voice channels on our Discord. Did you have to crack? Alright, small bit of a right turn coming in. Do you know what we might do? Hang on, I want to explore this island a bit. We're doing a diversion. Don't panic. Come up the hill here now and let's check it all out. Man, look at the detail here. Jesus. Look at the colour of the water. Don't they have like native pigs or something out here? Isn't there such a thing? I won't say they're swimming pigs, but isn't there like pigs in the Bahamas? Or was that just someone said that to me taking the mic and I was like, really? That happens quite a lot. Yes, free-range pigs on the island that you can swim with. Really? You just body slammed one of the other DC-6s? Uh-oh. You ran over two of them on the takeoff roll. Oh, no. Anyone for some pulled pork? No? Okay, how about some crispy bacon? What are you on about, Murph? There's pigs! They swim out here in the Bahamas, it. Tell you it's real. Don't make me Google it. Crispy bacon. Yeah, rest in pieces. We're going the wrong way, but it's okay. Tonight, friends, we're explorers. Yep, we're exploring. Jorg's animals. You'll have to send him a note. Jorg, you'll never guess what I did. I only went and ran over some pigs in the sim. Huh? They look like kind of fishing nets or something, are they? Oh no, they're boats. They're boats. So the DC-6, many uses of an aircraft. Mainly it was the Airliner back in the day. They also did cargo. They're also used for the military, and they also did maritime patrol, would you believe? Murphy's obsessed with fishnets. Shag off. Good man, Muse. A right funny man, Muse. Check your fuel. We have plenty of fuel. The range and endurance of this thing is massive. Huge. Absolutely massive. Do you know? So we should be grand. Now, are we getting any mad weather? There should be a way we'll be able to zoom this. So this is called strata weather. It pretty much just released. There wasn't much talk about it. Like it's a competitor of Active Sky, but I'm enjoying it so far. You flew on the DC-6 from Oakland to Honolulu once. What? What a way to go. Like what PMDG did with this aircraft, like it has a cabin, but it's like meh. Like that's why we're saying, would they ever just give us a proper updated version? This is a compatibility patch they did for 24, and to be fair to them, they didn't charge. But I would love to see a lot more detail with this machine. It's just because it's so pretty. There's Toto down there. Look, man, look at this scenery. Jesus, look at that. Bio Games is there. All right, we're gonna make a left turn here. Get ourselves back on track. Torch Key, that's what we're going to head for. You missed the smoke effects we had in 2020? Yeah. There is a mod, Jeff, over on flightsim.to. Hang on, I'll share it with everyone here in the chat. Mr. TPHI sent it to me earlier on. You know, when he was flat out working. Hang on. We'll share it for you. Pyrotech, good to see you, bud. Right, lads, so there's the link to flightsim.to. You can download the new visual effects for the DC-6. It adds all the engine startup smoke. Little bit of low resolution textures. Alright, keep her on this heading. So we'll have our first stop coming up very soon. Where is this now? Ah, sure, a bit of tunage. Energizer says, Jesus, there's another A380 in the making. Latin 4 think I'll get the Uni one instead. Yeah. So, the Latin 4 stuff, when it comes to their airliners, they're not very deep in terms of systems. They do a little bit of customizing, they do flight model stuff, but they do cabins and they do a ton of liveries. Think I'm doing something wrong. I can't get the charts to pull up and say intentions. Talk me through it, Bedrock. There's also a setting you need to check out in your pilot portal.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Jesus, there's buttons. Zard, thank you very much indeed. 21 months. Cheers, buddy. Let's have a look at the pilot portal. Going home. A friend of mine sang this. It looks like the most detailed plane yet. Really? This could be for partners only for the first couple of weeks. And if it is, that's what it is. So Bedrock, anyone can be a partner. You can see how you become a partner with, say, intentions. But what they usually do with new features, they keep it with the partners for a couple of weeks. Doesn't be long. You should see an option then. If you're not a partner, you won't see it because the option lives under what's called preview. Do you know? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. A friend of mine sang this. This is her party piece. She just sing this song at weddings. There's never, ever a dry eye in the house when she sings it. Unbelievable. She's from Cork. She's from Youghal in Cork. Man alive. The hairs on your arms stand when she sings it. Incredible. But yeah, so it won't be with, like, it doesn't stay with partners for too long. Usually a couple of weeks, and then they release it out then. Do you know? Alright, we're looking good. Engine visualizer, looking good. Oh, look at that for a shot. Look at those two incredible aircraft. We'll fix that so it doesn't have that weird plane jumping behind Toto. I need a way to turn off that feature. That's saying tensions injecting traffic as well. I need to see, can we turn that off for groupie? Dougie McLean. Maybe I'll come to Expo next year and meet you guys. Viper, you'd be more than welcome, dude. It'd be great to see you. Who's that lady called? Wait, who's the lady called? Who's that lady? Mr. Dan, rephrase. What? Your lad plays this on the pipes. Does he? On the bagpipes? Jesus. Johnny Mon is a partner. He is. Johnny Mon signed up for partner when over at Expo. Who sang the song? It's sang by Dougie McLean. Alright, Roy, turn coming in. Pyrotech says, Murph, who's the cat behind your right shoulder? It's Gorm O'Field. It's not Gormfield, it's Gorm O'Field, his Irish cousin. You know. Joe Plains, good to see you, buddy. More than welcome, bud. You wear that thing with honour and, you know, excitement. Actually, yeah, Jeff has Gramfield. He was telling me you can order them off Amazon, and the thing arrived in an air vacuum bag, and it was the most terrifying thing in your life. It's an air vacuumed bag. It just looks absolutely shocking. But yeah, it was after a couple of days, it kind of just figures itself out, and then she's grand. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's pretty good. You have Scooter. I've put your rod to the ground. I need to do some work in the man cave. As I was saying, I've so very little room in here, so I need to do a bit of remodeling. Which we will, lads, which we will. So let's have a look. Jesus! There's Midlife Rex. He was there until he wasn't. QC Frank in the Fuga. Oh, P51 look. Nice. Definitely worn with pride, plus the stickers from other streamers. Nice, Joe, nice. Already pre-planning for the next expo in Vegas. Think the wife is going with you. Nice. When the missus heard it was announced, she was like, yeah, I'm going. So, yeah, we'll be there. For sure. Hopefully we can get more. I have to compliment you on the majority of your musical taste. Well, thank you, Brainless. Thank you. Right. Our full stop landing is where? Someone put in exclamation point route. Are we landing at this place? No, I think it's the next place. MYEF. No, it's this one. We're landing here, lads. First stop of the night, MYEF. So, we're going to disengage that autopilot. Yep, you Tivilia.
Jesus.
We have control. We'll go back to the lads here in a moment. So, what we're going to do, we shall drop down that gear warning horn. We do have a silencer for that somewhere. There we go. Alright, we're going to get nice and low here. Leon Kavanagh, good to see you, Leon. Welcome in, buddy. Pretty around here. Oh man, this scenery is absolutely gorgeous. Right, let me see. So what's the name of this place? Zuma. Is it? Exuma. Zuma traffic, Firefly 235. We are 10 miles southeast of the field. We're going to be making a full stop landing runway 12. Zuma traffic. We'd love to have an endless supply of air tanks about a month to the Bahamas. I've never been. I would love to go to the Bahamas. I mean, why go to the Bahamas when you can go to Ackle Island, where it rains upwards? Yeah, right. Now, to help us slow this machine down, we actually increase a little bit of propeller RPM. right? There's the gear warning switch going again. Shut up! Shut up! And we can also open up some of these cowl flaps. Speed is starting to drop nicely. We'll just follow along this inlet here. Like, looking at the water masking, I'd say there's places here you could probably walk out. It's just sand, like a foot of depth water. Do you know what I mean? I saw you there, Leon. Yeah, thanks a million. We're also hoping to plan Europe in 2028. Ooh. There'll be sharks out here? Yeah, probably. Yeah, sharks definitely. Yeah, Scott, 2028, buddy. That's great news. Do let me know what the crack is. And we'll do some planage. Alright, speed 140. Let's go. 15 degrees of flaps at the moment. Prop goes to full. Small bit of power added back in. Man, look at this terrain. Jesus, look at that. So I'm going for runway 12, lads. Is that the opposite side, yeah? Brillar Gaming, thanks for 7 in a row, bud. Jerry says there's places in Florida that you can walk in the water 50 to 100 feet straight out. Really? Yeah, if the sharks knew what was good for them, they'd stay away from Earth. I'd be too salty for them, I'd say. I mean, you can get sharks in Scotland, so the Bahamas very... Yeah. You get sharks in Scotland. Coronado's bringing their DO-228. Brilliant. Who was talking about Coast Guard aircraft? So the Dornier 228 is a mad-looking airplane. So good. The 228, one of my favourite Coronado planes from X-Plane. Oh, Key West is gorgeous. Ah. Key West. Man, we got to do a flight down there soon. Going to be a 3-day drive for Las Vegas if Elaine is coming with me. A stop in Monument Valley. Ooh, or Monument Valley. Nice. Valley Cotton on a very low ebb. You can walk into the lighthouse. Can you? Jesus. So the DO-228 from Coronado. Did you ever see this? Coronado DO-228. I did a video for this back in X-Plane. I'm Betsy. In fact, you might see this. X-Plane 11. Kustwacht or Kustwacht. Jesus, this is like old days Murphy. Old days Murphy, look. Jesus. Hang on a second. Pause this. This is going to make you reminisce here now in a second. This is going to be embarrassing, right? This is one of my first videos I ever did. He's ready. One of me first. Look at this date.
Jesus.
I wasn't on camera, don't worry. Nowhere near a camera.
Goedemorgen, Kellen. 60 Tango. Kellen 60 Tango, goedemorgen, Island 183. Weather is Golf. Please to flight level 45. Level 45, goedemorgen, Kellen 60 Tango. CZ34 Uniform Zulu, 10 left heading 055 and contact arrival 131-155. 055 131-155, the frequency. Lost 265, descend level 60, contact arrival 118-405. Descend flight level 60-118-405-65, thank you, bye. Goedemorgen, Kilomo 153, Alpha 610 already.
Look at the graphics, I mean. Literally one of my first videos. No, check up. Cyrus, Muse Fan, Super Typhon, Mr. TPHI, Zith, Mr. Dan, you can all shag off. And Linny, especially Linny. Never goes mad into Dutch Euro dance. You're right? Oh, Jesus. Yes, I am from Holland. Isn't that weird? I mean, get the glow sticks out, you know what I mean? The DO228 Dornier. Mad looking, isn't it? Look at the nose on that. I didn't even have a wig. This is before I actually put my face on the internet. Jesus, though. Right, when was that video done? 8 years ago. It has 562 views. That's right, lads. No one gave a shite about it. Brilliant. That's fantastic. 8 years ago, though. I mean, would you come on a way out of that, Eileen? Jesus. Did you like the music? I still have the music. I actually called it Holland in me. Ah, brilliant. Hang on. The before and after. Ah, would you look at the state? Hang on a second. Need to make it look like X-Plane. Hang on. Jesus. Isn't it great, guys, all together? Right, wait. Jesus, that's a blast from the past. I can safely say I had a lot more hair back then. Right. My turn coming in. Best music all night. X-Plane, I started off at X-Plane. I started off at X-Plane 10.51 making content. And, yeah. That was one of my very first videos ever. Come on, Murph, that wouldn't be hard for you to have more hair, right? Do you know? Right, we're doing alright. We're going to be landing soon. Put on the lights of landage. What did we say it was? Runway 12. Aye, runway 12. It'll have the same cush spot. Yeah, because Coronado, I mean, they're so original. Oh yeah, no, look, back in the day it was popular for me. Jesus, back sure no one knew. A handful of people would have known me back in those days. Ailerons into wind. Probably Scott, I'd say. It wasn't until 2020 came out that, you know, a handful of people said, "Who's this Muppet?" They were the days. No, I don't think Gibbo was around then, no. He was very, like, Gibbo was one of the first on 2020 when that got released. I bet you didn't think that 7 years after that video you'd be doing this full time. Not at all. Not at all. COVID, yeah, we've nothing better to do. Thanks, Sid. Yeah, it makes all, yeah, thanks. Jesus. Basically, Murph, you just happened to be in the right place at the right time because there was literally nothing to do. Brilliant. There's a cow on the runway. Those Bahama cows, Jesus. Between the pigs and the cows, I don't know who we're giving out to next. That's mad. But yeah, when 2020 came out, sure, Jesus, the community exploded. It was great. But like the whole flight sim community exploded, do you know what I mean? I was there for your very first 2020 stream. Something possessed me to stay. For the life of me, I don't know what it was. I can imagine you amused back then, you know. Oh, Jesus, who's this fella now? Hey. We are close to the swimming pigs. Check Discord for map or for picture. Oh look, the swimming pigs are just up there, look. Did they have them in the sim? I doubt it. I very much doubt it. I started streaming before COVID and I've still never done a YouTube video. You see, I just did YouTube videos. I never did... streaming came much later, and the first handful of streams I didn't put on a camera or any of that jazz. In actual fact, I've an old video of driving in Dublin to pick up lights, and the missus even back then, like, these are huge lights, massive, ginormous things. And you can imagine now, like when I started off, it was as low budget as you could get, but that's how everyone starts off. And then you just kind of, you learn the stuff. It takes a while to learn it, I will say. Yeah, they were big. Yeah, they were massive light boxes, and I bought them from a fella in where was he? Coolock, I think. And I drove up. I was driving a Ford Mondeo at the time, massive boot and that as well. Or was it a Ford Focus? It was one of them anyway. And got the lights, brought them home, and that was it. No Skoda back then, not at all. Sure, I wasn't a celebrity back then, lads. You know what I mean? You know when you're a celebrity when you own a Skoda. I'm just saying, like that's how they measure your success. Have you a Skoda? Yeah, over this way, please, sir. You know, if you don't have a Skoda, keep plugging away. You know, you'll get there. All right, right turn coming in. Super traffic, Firefly 235. We are turning right base for a full stop runway 12. Zuma traffic. Jeez, look at the turn it did and then he dropped us out of the sky. Easy now. Oh man, look at this scenery though. Look at this. Could you have even imagined back in like the heyday of X-Plane 11 that we would have a sim that looks this good? That we could do what we're doing right now, group flights. Like, what was the count? Reload. 62 pilots from 59 cities in 18 countries are watching along. Plus, however number of other folks haven't used the check-in stuff. Like, it's not mad when you think about it. Like, my inspiration to get into live streaming, Jeff, who's in the channel, in the chat here tonight, Jeff Faviano. I've been watching Jeff's work for years and years. Q8 pilot, a chap called Thomas Rasmussen, Cat Strater, of course, Ty. He's always watch and tune in to Ty's streams on a Friday night, the Beer of the Month Club. And I remember Jamie had just started. Jamie started a little. I think Jamie only started a little bit before me. Because I remember singing Jamie the odd time coming into Castrator stream saying, "How are you?" Dave is on the go. Durka, who's back on the go. Matt Davies, of course, he was on the go. Chewie was on the go. It's mad, isn't it? Mad when you think about it. All right. We're going to ramble in here for a full stop landing. This is our first landing of the night. And the good news is, lads, we don't have far to go. Because I'm very aware of the time. We were a little bit later on tonight because we had the honour and privilege of joining the MSFS official Twitch stream this evening. We had Mustafa, we had Nick Flight X, we had Forderlernte, Fly, Howard. We had, who else was there? The lovely Jane and of course CDL. Squirrel got you into Flight Sim? Yeah, Squirrel as well, of course, Paul, yeah. Don't think he streams Flight Sim anymore. Not in a long time. He does every now and again. He jumps back into it. I remember his last streams were very much on the career mode. But I remember Squirrel, like he went off and he got his PPL and everything. Do you know? He actually took up flying. Which is great to see. Don't think he still flies though. Expensive hobby over this part of the woods, you know? For me, I have wonderful memory of flights that you during COVID. I guess we didn't have anything else. Yeah, 100% Frank. It's amazing, like that was just what we did back then, but it's amazing to think, bloody hell, like what, we 6 years after, we're still here. It's crazy. Alright, gear coming down, flaps 20. And Zuma traffic, Firefly 235. We're on a 5 mile final, runway 12, full stop, Zuma traffic. It's expensive everywhere, yeah. But it's mad to think, like, we still have an amazing flight sim community. In actual fact, we have a way bigger flight sim community. There's a lot of familiar faces back in the day who just had time to be able to take part.
Runway 12. Caution, caution.
They were able to take part in all our community flights, and they were a big deal in the community. But look, once kind of normal life resumed, sure, people get busy again. You know, is this plane older than you? Mr. Martini, yeah, it is. Thanks. Alright, speed is looking good, a little bit high. Got some tall trees coming in here. Easy now. I counted about 5 or 6 flight groups by week with 3 or 4 streamers. You're the only one I still follow. No way, Frank. That's awesome to hear, bud. But, like, it's amazing. We have so many new streamers. Do you know, there's lots and lots of new folks, which is great to see. Everyone does their own thing, you know what I mean? Everyone has their own style, I suppose. Their own community and all that. It's great to see. Murph wasn't born all that long ago. Something like the 1980s. Good man, Jerry. 1985. The year of the big wind. That's when I was born. Alright. Flaps full. We're very high. We're getting some stutters, but we're alright. Who am I going to blast into? Oh, it's test pilot. Easy now. Easy now. I wonder, did I ever get that button working for my reverser? We'll soon find out. Watch the stutters. Easy. Hold the nose. Power to idle.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Stu Snape. I mean, the man is a sniper. Oh, Jesus, he's a sniper. Okay, that didn't do it. Had I not a button for that? Balls. We do! It's that button. Yes! The reversers. December 85. Ooh. Alright, out of reverse, Murph. You can do it. There we go. Alright, got ourselves turned around here. Will you stop going backwards? There we go. Energizer, right? Gripper sim. Gripper's still there. He doesn't do an awful lot of flight sim and stuff. He does a bit of racing stuff every now and again. Like he's a pilot in real life. He's a CFI. But yeah, he doesn't do an awful lot these days. Most of the streamers I watch right now are from the raids after stream. Ah, okay, cool. That's pretty cool, man. 1980, yeah. All right, bit of stutterage. This is the halfway point, lads. We're going to absolutely boot it on now to our final stop. We're going to be flying over 2 more airports until we get up to Nassau, or Nassau. So, quick check of all your stuff, fuel and all the jazz. We're going to keep our cowl flaps open. We're going to deploy 20 degrees of flaps, and I'm going to show you this water injected takeoff. Come on up here to our top panel, turn on the water injection pumps, and when we start adding power in, we're going to see these little lights here turn green, and that's going to let us know that the water pressure is sufficient. Time for new adult beverage. No, I'm okay with this. We're still good. I landed a month not flying, woohoo, like riding a bike. Good man, home wrecker. Alright, so we'll do a quick turn here. Mr. Big Bridges, thank you very much indeed for 6 months, buddy. Cheers, man. Very kind of you, sir. Easy now. Chalks has resubscribed as well. Tier 2 for 6 months in advance. There's a man who's optimistic. Chalks, thank you very, very much indeed, buddy. Tier 2 as well, man. You absolute legend. Do I need a sippy cup? Shag off, Jerry, will you? So much crack with so-called Jerry. Over at Flight Sim Expo. The man is a legend. Alright, let's go and hold our station here. Now we're going to bring our manifold pressure up to 30. Allow the engines to stabilise. Now when we go just past 40, we should see these 4 lights come live. 39, 40, 45, I think it's 47, 45. There's 47. Green lights, hit the green lights. And now we can push this all the way up to about 57 inches and off the brakes. Our acceleration here is going to be savage. It's like it's basically like a turbo injection, Mr. Dan. White Link is here. Good to see you, bud. Happy Friday. Alright, airspeed is alive. Here's 80 knots already. Yeah, Verbal, they're missing big style, I think, on the whole social media side. Oh, look at this. Gear up. But yeah, they've announced a new force feedback base for a joystick as well. Alright, decent climb up. Flaps in. Now, let the nose drop. We're going to pick up a little bit of speed. Man, I'm getting a lot of stutters here for the moment, but we should be okay. Back up to our overhead. Turn off the water injection pumps. We don't need that now. Cowl flaps, we can put them into cruise. Or, sorry, climb. Let's see what happens. Katie Pilot was gifted a tier 1 sub, but thanks to old veteran. Isn't he an absolute legend, isn't he? Myself and Scott had a pint of Guinness over at Zamboni's. He witnessed me try to eat an outlandish amount of food. I was like, oh no, should I get this? And like, me missus was like, just get one between us, we'll share. We're not sharing. Hang on, there's no sharing. I want me own food. I was in a hoop. Yeah, I literally only had 1 pint. 1 pint, that's all I had, yeah. Zamboni's, that's so good, Jeff. So when I got there, I headed down to McGovern's, and it was nice. It's a huge pub, huge Irish pub, but it was missing that kind of atmosphere, you know what I mean? And then Jeff and Mustafa were in there during the day, and Jeff sent me a message saying, listen, come into Zamboni's, it's great pints, great food, and there's going to be karaoke and crack and all the grand. So I went into Zamboni's, and it did not disappoint. It really, that was a fantastic little pub. Service was alright, bar, massive menu, wasn't expensive. It actually wasn't expensive. Beer wasn't expensive out there. It's so what I'm drinking, it's ginger ale and Method Madness gin. Method Madness is a Dublin-based gin. I got it from Annalisa long ago, and I've been kind of working my way through it. It's very nice. Now, watch your altitude again, you muppet. Method Madness is called. Look it up, it's nice. The Zamboni staff. Well, I think it was the lads from the Boss and Virtual lads. They were tipping 20% on everything. And because they were doing that, the staff were like, it's Christmas, we're not going anywhere. So they were supposed to close like at 10 or 11, so they stayed open. Vegas will have expensive drinks. I think the Symphonic crew will be doing pop-up bars in different places. Well, here's the thing, and I learned this the last time being at Vegas. Don't buy your alcohol, like, don't pay for drink. Put like $20 into a slot machine or a card game and just like nurse there for like an hour. They'll keep coming up to you with drinks. Myself and Kando figured this out the last time. I think we had 5 drinks each for $20. Do the math, like 5 pints or bottles for $20. Do you know? Adam Controls told me this, and I didn't believe him. No, you don't need to tip. You can, but you don't need to tip. Because no, it was 10 minutes to landings here. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, because Adam Controls told me this because he goes to Vegas every year, and I said to him, come on, we're meeting up at like, you know, Beer World it was called, which is right across the road from the Bellagio. And he had a face on him. I says, what's wrong with you? He says, you're buying drink. I says, yeah. He says, you're such a tick. I says, what are you talking about? He says, you don't buy drink. Oh no, you're 10 minutes, got his thing deleted. Hang on, don't mind that 10 minutes, we get that sorted. I don't know how we do that. Was it a link? Oh wait, Beer World, yeah, I have missed the best expo. Beer World was in Vegas. I don't know why I didn't show that message. Oh Jesus, what I'm doing. But anyway, we had a couple of beers in Beer World. No, the bot saw FFS and was like, we can't have that. We've very strict bots here. They've been engineered out of the tears of, you know, several Irishmen. But Beer World, great view. And Murphy, of course, the big idiot of a tourist, they had these water blast jet thingies out in the street. And I was like, careful now, lads. You know, the fire department are here. And they're like, Murphy, you're such an idiot. I was like, what? That's like sprinklers when it's hot for people. So yeah, I went. I got very well educated. But anyway, that was grand. Then we went into the casino, and Adam showed me how it was done. He says, "Don't buy your drink. Watch this." He says, "Give me $20." I was like, "I'm not giving you $20." He goes, "Give me $20." So he puts $20 into the machine. And he put my 20 in, and then he put his own 20 into the one beside it. And before we knew it, old mate was over. "Can we get you a drink, sir?" And Adam's like, "Yeah, 2 pints, 2 of them." Woof, straight over. I was like, "How do we pay for these?" He says, "You don't pay." What? They want to keep you in that casino for as long as possible. Now, this probably works for like 90% of the people who go to Vegas. But for the 10% who are Irish, just be playing a game, be it a slot machine, cards, roulette, $20, and you'll get a feed of drinks. Now, if they see you Dawson, you know, if they see you like just sitting there, they'll know pretty well. But if you're only putting in like dollar bets, penny slots, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then myself and Kando did the absolute dogging it. Because we started winning money then, on top of all the drinks we were getting. Very good though. There's definitely no way anyone is giving me a drink for free just because I'm sat with the machine. And they will. It's mad, like, pure mad. Now there's loads of pubs and restaurants you can go to as well. We went up to like a Coyote bar up the top of the place. And you're buying your drink in there, but like, that was exceptional value. That was like a bucket of beer. I think that a bucket of beer, Mr. Squarely will tell me, or maybe Jepson will, but I think a bucket of beer was like $15. And that was 6 beers, like Miller or Bud or right? 6 bottles in the bucket. Unbelievable. Or maybe it was 30. Oh, hang on, I lie. It was $30. No. It was less than $30. Oh, Jesus, the weather has changed. It was less than $30. Yeah, a bucket of beer. It's just in a big bucket of ice, but there was like 6 or 7 bottles in it. And tenured Budweiser out there, way nicer. Way nicer. But like, it's not just a pure, you know, beer fest thing. Their food, like anywhere we went for food, it was fantastic. We'd friggin' mimosas for breakfast one morning. Jesus. Have to say to anyone who hasn't met up with Murph, he's the most welcoming human ever. I would just stop. Will we see you in Vegas next year, dude? I hope so. You were in Vegas last time. Yes, you're going to be there, sweet. Correction, it's Clydesdale. Clydesdale. But the Budweiser you lot have in America, it's far nicer, I think, than the Bud we have here. I used to drink Bud years ago, but, you know, with 2 crates of Guinness and half a bottle of whiskey inside, you're like... But you know, like, some of the stuff you can do in Vegas, apart from, yeah, there's the gambling, but there's also all the tours, there's museums, there's shows. You don't take in a show, right? And they've loads of these kind of off the main street kind of cabaret clubs. They're, lads, they're brilliant. You can even rent a tank and blow stuff up, right? And also they do nighttime heli tours of the strip, and it's mad. You know, you be on the strip and you'll just see a line of lights. They're all helicopters coming in. That wasn't expensive either. I think it was $300. I think it was $300. But like, that's a once in a lifetime helicopter flight over the strip at night time. It could have been cheaper than that. And then there's one you can do for, that was a little bit more expensive. There was one for $700, and they fly you out to the Grand Canyon. They land you. You have your bit. I think it's a breakfast or a lunch, and then they fly you back again. I think that was about $700. But if you plan it as like once in a lifetime thing, it's not expensive when you consider it that way, you know. Only Murph can get away with drinking a tank or driving a tank and drinking. Yeah. Free flight for a breakfast roll. Yeah. No, I thought it was very good. Like, as I say, there is lots to do. It's not just about the drinking or the gambling or the messing and all this. Like, I mean, the hotels, most resorts, they have incredible facilities, swimming pools, cinemas, movie theatres, all that jazz. Car rental, if you want to travel out, absolutely. I mean, the Grand Canyon is right next door to you. You can head out to the Hoover Dam. You can actually drive on some of Route 66. Jepson, you've already booked it. I might do the same. It's on booking.com. And it's free cancellation as well, Jep, isn't it? Jefferson, can you remember? Do you remember the pub we went to with the Bucking Bronco? And we got the buckets of beer. It was up by, was it the Mirage? How much was the bucket of beer, can you remember? Like, it wasn't here. Just haven't even engaged the autopilot here. Look what I'm doing, lads. Jesus. We're at 1,000 feet, but it's absolutely grand. Autopilot. On. On. Lock. Alt. Now we're threshing. Had such a relaxing time at the pool in Vegas. Yeah, 100%. Where are we all staying? The Westgate Hotel is the name of it. Right now they're playing The Wizard of Oz in the Sphere. And then the Sphere, like, this hotel is right by the Sphere. It was around $15. Yeah. A bucket of beer, Muse fan, for $15. I mean, would you stop? Mad, like. The Sphere is too expensive. It depends what's on. I was never in there, but I've heard great things. Do you know? I've heard great things. Ah, sure, we'll just look at the state of this, lad. Look at this for a flight. This is beautiful, isn't it? We're all going to Vegas, lads. Way. Now, the only thing I need to figure out in my head, Jeff, are you going to rent a car? Because I'm just thinking, you probably have to... The monorail doesn't go down as far as the airport, or does it? They're making it immersive. When the trees are shaking the apples off, they drop them into the audience. No way. I can probably wangle a divorce. I can come to Vegas as well, right? If you can wangle a divorce. Come anyway. Yeah, I don't think you need it. I'm not sure if you need, if we need to rent a car. Like, an Uber will take you to where you need to get to, and then you have the monorail. And I think the monorail was like 40 or 50 quid for the couple of days that you're there. You know. Brainless, the only way to fix it, just hit the window key and whatever button you have to like disappear the mouse. It happens though. Gillies was great crack. I love country music. Yeah, I'm renting an SUV for the week. Okay, Gillies was the name of that pub. Okay, yeah, that was good crack. Closest monorail station to the airport is at the MGM Grand. Yeah, that's a bit of a walk. Looking at the monorail, there is a lot of stuff on the stops. Yeah. Like your shopping and all that. Like there's loads to do there as well. Yeah, no, just hit the Windows key and then like right click or middle click your mouse button. It should come back. It can happen. Man, we're just following this little island kind of line of small little islands. No doubt they're owned by like, you know, celebrities and such. Doesn't what's his name? Doesn't Johnny Depp have an island out here? And now that could be further up the road, but I think he does, doesn't he? See how much the weather has changed as well. If Elaine is coming, I'll have the car, but there is not much in the way of parking of most places. But they did say it's free parking at the Westgate, Scott. And you know what's weird, right? If you never went to Vegas, we went to the Rio the last time. That's the one that Penn and Teller, they're resident there, right? But anyway, I still get emails from the Rio saying, come over, stay for free, just pay the resort fee of like $20 a night. It's like, what? There's also the Tesla Loop, underground tunnels which connects Westgate with the airport. Okay. Tesla Loop, okay, will do, Jeb. And like one place you have to visit when you're in Vegas is Fremont Street. Fremont Street is brilliant. The Rio is a ghetto. I know, well, it depends when you were last there, G-Slayer. Like, they've spent savage money doing it up now. Savage money. Oh, you live here? Okay. Did they not, like, did it... All the money they put in, when we were there, they had 2 buildings. One of them was all fancy new rooms. The other one was like, nyeh. So is it gone into a dive again? That's unfortunate. Oh, yes. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. What's the Westgate like? Fremont is cool. Yeah, Scott didn't really like Fremont. It was a bit mob because it's busy, it's loud, but it's great crack.
Runway 35. Caution.
Don't worry, Betsy, we're not landing here. Westgate is decent. Okay. Let's have a look. I wonder how much it is. Jeff said he got it for like how much? Where are we going? Westgate. Westgate, Las Vegas. What's the dates? June what? June 11th to 13th. So we get in the Wednesday and we'll be booking out the Monday. That's 125 quid a night. Jeb, who did you book that with? '11th through 13th. Yeah, did you book from like the 9th to the Wednesday to the Monday, effectively? Westgate has its advantages as the hotel closer to the convention centre. It's marked out for things like CES and other. Closest will be Fontainebleau. But I'm right in saying, like, the Expo was not in the convention centre. Expo was in the Westgate. Isn't that right? Did I read that wrong? I don't think they're using the convention centre. They're using the facilities at the Westgate. I think. You know. Where is this now? You booked through Prestige, 8th to the 15th, 7 nights. But why? That's very cheap. Prestigia. That's how much this is. Ooh. Right, so let's look at this. June 9th to 14th. Oh, hang on a second. This is ridiculous. The 9th of June until Monday the 14th of June. For 2 people. I'm just looking at the rooms. One king bed, non-smoking. Hang on a second. So it says rates, yeah, taxes and fees. It says resort fees. Now, is it free cancellation? Or do you have to pay for it now? Go for the wild card. Right, hang on a sec. What's the wild card? What's the difference, Jeff? If I can afford it, I'll come to Vegas too. Good man, Hayden. Fontainebleau is $104 a night. What's this wildcard business? You pay for it now, but can free cancellation up to the... Oh, that's wildcard, is it? You pay for now, but free cancellation up to the 5th of June. And that's for 2 adults. It's a bit cheaper. Two double beds, non-smoking. That's grand. They've none left, Jeb. It says they've none left. Oh my, hang on, we've one left. Right, so check in Wednesday the 9th of June, check out Monday 14th of June. That's 5 nights. $640. $640, that's not great. Like if I go through booking.com, it's a little bit cheaper. Because it looks as if they're adding a whole load of stuff in. So I can get the same wildcard free cancellation before the 6th of June. Extra large double bed or 2 double beds. Now what's this no resort fee? When it says no resort fee, does that mean they're telling you you don't have to pay it, or you have to pay it? It says no resort fee. That plane scared the crap out of me, Mrs. GPHI. Book a room for Murph. A Premier King room. Be Jesus. Where are you staying in Bristol, Murph? Haven't booked that one yet either, Cyrus. It usually means you don't have to pay for the resort fee. Look at this, right? This says wildcard assigned at check-in. It's €625. Or wildcard assigned at check-in, no resort fee, €494. Well, no, like they do resort fees and they usually pay like an extra 20 quid on top, you know? No resort fee means the listed nightly price covers all mandatory property charges. You won't face any expected daily charges for amenities like Wi-Fi or pool access when you arrive. Reaper's here, good to see you. Okay, so it's no resort fee we want to be looking at. Hang on, I press the buttons. Let's see. Vegas has gotten stupid with the resort fees. It's like airlines that choose. Philip Foster's good to see you, Phil. So you're paying for bed and board only. Ah, yeah, don't bother with breakfast. Right now, we're nearly there, lads. This can be cancelled anyway. It's free to cancel. Alright, let's have a look at this. Just, like, it's no harm to do it now. At least you know right back of your head. If you get a better deal... Okay, booking confirmed. €100 a night, ish. So that's for 2 people, though. Jesus, that's not bad. So that was $560. But it, as I said, like, it didn't cost anything. You can do a free booking now on booking.com and just reserve it. You know what I mean? Where is this now? If I find this, I need to post this. Hang on now. One second now. As I say, they can be cancelled for free in June 2027. Right, I had to send that. Nutty Slack, good to see you. Gonna wait and support Evan with when the time comes. So, like, here's the thing, right? When they talk about, you know, these rates aren't applicable to everyone. I know Evan works hard. Like, he was saying it's going to be $169 a night. I'm just after getting it for €100 a night. So, like, that's about 115. You know what I mean? So, like, it depends. It's the food and drink that gets expensive. Kinda. Heading up to Nassau. But I'd say, like, I'd advise anyone, if you have the option to, like, pre-book it for free cancellation, don't spend a penny today. You can do that on booking.com. Just do it, lads. You can cancel the thing for free up until June next year. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer. At least you know then, well, look, I'm booked, and if I need to cancel it or change it, there's no cost to you. Looking at the menus around, food is expensive in the hotels. What would you be looking for flights? Flights should probably cost about €800 each for the return. So if there's 2 of you going, the bones are $2,000, I'd say. Do you know? Let's see what happens. Put it this way, if the hotels get even cheaper in another 2 or 3 months, just cancel that booking and go at it again. You know what I mean? Unless you go premium and economy because you're tall, right? Yeah, that's like cattle class. That's the cheapest way to get there. Like, to be honest, I've never really kind of... I mean, it'd be nice to travel first class in business. It is nice. I've been lucky to do it a few times, but, like, I'd never pay for it. Shag that for the game of soldiers. If you have the option that you can upgrade with air miles or someone is covering that, great. But like, for the few hours, okay, it's a long flight. What's it to Vegas? Is it 11 hours? It's a long flight, but like, just get over yourself. The 500 or 600 or 700 euros you'll save, that covers pretty much all your food expenses and drink. You know what I mean? You got the discount for small hands, Murph, yeah. Yeah. But no, look, it's no harm having it booked, you know? Tell that to your wife, right? But no harm. Muse, I would nearly do the same, buddy. Just, you know what I'm saying? I would nearly do the same. But you know. Did I mention it's Friday? Do the same that I did. Pre-book Expo. Man, look at that terrain.
Approaching runway 32. Caution, caution.
Alrighty then. What a banging tune. Lads, I have really enjoyed this flight tonight. Beautiful scenery. So many people flying along with us. Absolutely cool. Right. Runway, what are you? 14. Nassau traffic. Firefly 235. We're left downwind for full stop runway 14. Right downwind. Right downwind. Full stop runway 14. Now, great travel advice. There you go. No, I'm so glad you guys got to fly along with us tonight. Big shout out to Jeff as well. Jeff has a mad schedule, and very much appreciate you flying with us tonight, buddy. And more than welcome to join us on our flights. Monday night, we're going to be starting a new Monday night series. I'll get the trailer out on Sunday. It's going to be a 7-week series. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it, man. We're going to be busy next week. Monday night is a new series. Tuesday night, probably going to jump into the 7.3 Max. Wednesday we have the news. Lots of stuff to check out in the news. Thursday will be a double header. We'll do some flying during the day with On Air. We have a VATSIM flight on Thursday night. Very much looking forward to that. And flying with Dougal. We're going to be flying from Jamaica back to Florida. And then we'll have another group flight, something similar, next Friday night. So, let me see, we're going to circle around here. Let's start, bring the RPM up. lower down our power and let that speed start dropping off. Cowl flaps open. We're probably a little bit too fast for our lights. The wind, it's modeled that the wind will actually push the lights back into the wing on this thing. It's friggin' cool. But we're going to circle around here now, and it's going to be runway 14 for the full stop. Man, look at this plane. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Here's me talking with my camera off. What a muppet. No, Murph, turn it back off. Right. Let's see what we can do here. Just epic, epic scenery tonight, though, wasn't it? It was gorgeous. Alright, speed is looking good. Gear. Downeth the geareth goeth. Alright. I've often heard a lot of pilots saying they'd never actually lower the gear whilst turning, because it can have such an adverse effect on the aircraft. As you turn, you lower the gear, the drag, and depending on what your speed is, I mean, you could stall very handily. You can see some ferries. Nice. Alright, we're looking good. But any plans for the weekend, lads? What are y'all getting up to? When's the next English match in the football? Did you see the clips after they were singing Hey Jude? Tuesday for England and Scotland are on now. Cool. Oh yeah.
Approaching runway 14. Caution, caution.
We're all right. We're all right. Right. Staying cool for the weekend. 50th wedding anniversary for your folks. Oh, good man, Muse. How about Canada? 6-0 over Qatar. Jesus. I haven't watched any of the World Cup. Has it been good so far, lads? Has it? Have a starting flight planned New York State to California. Oh, good man, Malky. There's a bit of a wind coming in here, lads. Alright, flaps are set. Prop is full. Lights are on. Gear is down. Continue. And traffic. Firefly 235. Short final runway 14. Traffic. You have your mates down this weekend. Offer food, drink, and some interactive darts. Oh, nice. And maybe some bowling. Sounds like a plan, Stu. Nice. I need to plan on booking a hotel for Bristol as well. Need to find out. Easy now. Watch the speed. Little fast. Easy does it. Speed's good. 100. Father's Day Sunday. Angry J. Yes, indeed. Alright, power to idle. Hold the nose.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Stu! You made me bounce! Curses! Reversers. Watch the nose. Flaps in. Yeah, thanks very much, Stu. Great bunch of lads. It's all... Yes, it is Stu's fault. Agent Preston, good to see you, bud. Attaboy. That'll teach you for not starting the planning for Bristol yet. Say you're sorry. We're staying in a tented village in your back garden. All of us are. We just didn't tell you yet. You know, we're just going to ramble up to your house, knock on the door. How are you? Is Stu in? No, it's okay. Tell him we're outside. Muse fans bringing a barbecue. Cyrus T is bringing a cocktail mixer cabinet. Tell you. Easy now. Agent Presley, yeah, dude, it's been a great day, busy day. Easy now. Good man, home wrecker. As long as Muse keeps his cucumbers at home. Muse fan does enjoy the cucumbers, it has to be said. Right. Oh yeah, catastrophic damage. Jesus. Don't worry about... I turned off my tablet. Right, don't worry about that for the minute. And now plane. Loading. Please wait. Ground power unit, please. Alrighty then. So we're going to go on to the ground power. And let's tidy up. Lights off. Cowl flaps. We'll close them. And 2 and 3 dropping. Gotta get the gens off. 3 and 4. That's our engines coming off. Inverters coming off. Lights all off. And that, my friends, is us. What a friggin' flight, man. That was awesome fun. Absolutely awesome fun. And what makes these flights... That's the wrong button completely. What makes these flights is getting to fly with you lot. Because otherwise it'd be terribly, terribly boring. But look at that for a collection of the esteemed aviators. Absolutely fantastic. Lads, I really hope you enjoyed that flight tonight. And if you like the DC-6, well, I hope you like it, because there's going to be more of it. As we look, we might do an L sunset kind of out in the Bahamas. Do you know what I mean? And this fella, would you look? Now you're talking. Look at the state of that. There we go. So that's going to do it. We're back on Monday night. Keep an eye out on Sunday. I'll let you know when that trailer is live, give you an idea of what we're doing, where we're going. And yeah, very much looking forward to everything next week. So lads, I want to thank you so much for all the support, all the new follows, the likes if you're watching over on YouTube, and to thank all you guys just for keeping me company on a Friday night. Welcome to the weekend. And yeah, have an awesome rest of your weekend. We'll be on Discord for anyone who'll be there. Do be sure to say hi. The lads will be in force, I'm sure, tomorrow night with Forza or some sort of crazy. So do be sure to check them out as well. But from myself to you, thank you all so very much indeed. And we will catch you on Monday. Till then, you take care. Hands. Is Mike Roch in the chat? Mike Roch? That's brilliant! Hey everybody! Is there a Mike Roch here? Is Mike Roch here? This, lads. Look at the state of this. Touchdown! Nicely done. Beautiful. Armin Addict inbound. Careful now, careful now. Pull up, pull up. For a warbird, it's one of the finest warbirds ever released in Microsoft Flight Simulator, considering you have the excellent work of Flying Iron. This thing, because of the extra features, because of the because of the optimization, because of how well it looks and sounds, even flying this thing gives you an experience you probably haven't got already in the sim when it comes to flying a warbird. It feels heavy. It feels